Hi everybody, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are all doing good and well as usual. Today I'm going to be doing a video that I hoped to get out last year, but I didn't have a chance to because it just kind of got swept under the rug out of all the topic videos I chose to put out last year. But today we are going to be trying Orly for the very first time. This pertains to my video about how I talked about some brands I don't have in my collection, and Orly was one of them because I had never tried Orly before. Now, the 13 polishes that you see here, the two on the end I have had in my collection since November of last year, so they're not so old in my collection, but the ones before that I've had since 2021, so a very, very long time. So I cannot wait to share some of these swatches with you, and hopefully we have some of these polishes in common. I think about like 5 of them we probably do because they're pretty popular in the Orly community. Now, some facts I didn't know about Orly is it is a family-run business still, started in 1975 by a gentleman named Jeff Pink, who also actually invented the French manicure, which I actually never knew. Who knew it was a man that invented that? Pretty cool, I think. I just think Orly, from the naked eye, it looks like a bang for your buck brand. You know, they had the 18 milliliter size bottles and then also the rubberized cap, which is actually a nice touch because it makes them so much easier to open because they do have grip, as opposed to the plastic tops that, you know, don't and can get kind of hard to open sometimes. So with that being said, let's just get into my 13 picks. The first polish you're going to be taking a look at is called Canyon Clay. This did come out in Orly's 2020 fall collection, so just a few years ago now. Going in on my first coat, this is almost a one coater. I even loaded just a bit too much on the brush, so I took a bit off before going back in to finish my first coat. But there is a bit of bald spots, but honestly this formula is so good, and I'm finding the brush really easy to hold, especially because it has little grooves in it as well for extra grip. I find I'm loving the cap, you guys. I cannot say enough. But this is basically pretty opaque in 2 coats, fully opaque to me. The formula on here is so buttery. I have a lot of colors in this shade, but this one is just so different and so perfect for the fall time. You are definitely going to see me talk about this again. I think I mentioned it actually once, but I haven't worn it as a full manicure yet. But on this thumb swatch, I am really liking this formula. Beautiful. The second one up is called Sage Brush, and this also did come out in the same collection as Canyon Clay. That whole collection was actually really stunning. And this one, I do actually have a few colors like this in my collection, but thankfully this one isn't a dupe. Going in on my first coat here, this formula is a bit watery, but it applies beautifully. You know, there's no pulling at the base or the sides of my nails, so I do think this formula is great as well. There are more bald spots than Canyon Clay, but to no surprise, this is covering quite beautifully in 2 coats. I love how much gray. I love how gray is just mixed with green. It comes out to this beautiful, really unique, kind of muted jade color. Really unique. I love this. I also have Essie's poolside service and School of Hard Rocks that is similar to this, but none of them are dupes, and this is fully covered for me in 2 coats. This is a beautiful polish, and I think one of Orly's best. Next is called Roam With Me, the third and last one I picked up from their fall 2020 collection. I did talk about this one in my 9 Dusty Pink polishes, and I knew this one did not disappoint. Well, would not disappoint, because I absolutely love shades like this. I fright to call them grandma shades because I know everybody doesn't like that saying, but I love grandma shades. I think they're so pretty and so classic on the nails. And this one is just light enough. It kind of has this peachy orange undertone to it as well. And these polishes dry very fast on my nails. They cure so nice. This is actually really a pleasure to swatch these, to be honest. But on my second coat here, this one is a bit patchy, but I think I just need to smooth it out just a bit more with my brush. But honestly, even though it is a bit patchy, I still really love this color, and the formula was really easy to work with. The brush strokes were limited, and yeah, This polish is so pretty. I'm in love with it. So good. Next one up is called Kaleidoscope Eyes, which I believe came out in their summer or spring collection of 2020 or 2021. Oh, this one just, this pink, you guys. Well, it's like an orchid pink because it has a lot of purple undertones in it. And although this formula was a bit watery, it did cover quite nicely on that first coat, but there is some bald spots, so I am gonna have to go in on with the second coat. But this pink is so pretty. It reminds me of Essie's Splash of Grenadine, which is one of my favorite pinks. This is one of the polishes that gets a lot of hype from Orly, and I think it deserves all of it because it is such a beautiful bubblegum muted pink with a lot of purple undertones. Really, really nice, and I definitely do want to wear this again for the springtime. Yeah, maybe this month sometime. Next is called Synthetic Symphony and has a purple lover. This one is going into one of my favorites. This one is just so unique and one of the most unique shades I've seen Orly come out with. So the formula on this is beautiful. It's not as watery as Sagebrush or Kaleidoscope Eyes, but my first application, whew, very nice and smooth. Didn't pull up the sides or anything. Some bald spots, of course, but this one is just unique. I feel like it has this neon undertone to it, which actually makes me love it even more because these are the kind of subdued neon creams that I like. They're not too in your face, but they're there and they're very vibrant. I can see a lot of blue undertones in this as well. Oh, this is such a gorgeous polish. I absolutely love this one. So beautiful. And I think I'm going to definitely have to wear this as a full hand swatch in the month of February for one of my purples. It is absolutely beautiful and covers really nicely in 2 coats. Next is one I bought for the name. It's Britney Beach, which is an electric blue cream. So going in on my first coat here, this honestly could almost be a 1 coater, but I am going to go in for 2. But oh my gosh, look how beautiful and opaque that, guys, is on the first coat. I'm very impressed with this polish, not only for the name, but just for the performance of it. So beautiful. Electric blues are definitely up my alley. They're just so bold and vibrant and really just add a special something to any outfit, I think. So going in on my second coat here, this obviously is going to cover all the bald spots. The first application is just as good as the second. I love this polish, you guys. It is so beautiful and vibrant. And I actually think the formulas are pretty similar to Essie's Butler Please. Not the formula, sorry, the color. So, and I know that formula at Essie's is not very good, but this one's great. Next we have is called So Fly, which is completely out of my wheelhouse because I don't usually gravitate towards neons, but I did see this one pop up a lot when it did first come out. And on my first coat, it is a bit patchy there, but it is a really easy neon formula to work with. I have heard this one has gotten a bit goopy after some time, so we'll see if that happens with this bottle that I have here. But this covers really nicely on the first coat, but I am going to go in with the second as it is a bit patchy there. And even on the second coat, it is a bit patchy, but honestly, it applies really well and less brush strokes than Roam With Me had. I'm liking this and I really want to wear it for the summertime. I think I could put a really cool topper on it, maybe a black fleck one, and just have a really cool edgy look, neon look in the summertime. This is absolutely beautiful. Really like it. Ooh, okay, next, this was a pleasure to swatch. This is Nouveau Riche. These come out in their 2020 holiday collection. I'm loving the array of colors that we're seeing in the bottle here. And it came out beautifully on the nails too. This is a very unique metallic-y kind of slitherin green with a lot of purple and blue undertones to it. Oh, this is so perfect for the holidays. I wish I'd tried this for December, but you know, March is around the corner for St. Patrick's Day, so maybe I will sneak this in for that month. But going in on my second coat here, this covers so beautifully on that second coat, full coverage, and it's just a shimmering sea of green. Do I dare say this gives me mermaid vibes? I'm not sure, but I am really liking the blue in there. You can see it so probably on the nails to me anyway, and this is just a beautiful, beautiful green. The formula and the finish is just top notch. Like I said, this was a pleasure to swatch, and I'm in love. Next, we have Velvet Kaleidoscope, and I'm not sure what collection this one came out in, but I did see it swatched on Ali Yvette's channel when this did first come out. And this kind of foily duochrome, I want to say, is completely on my alley. It has two of the really, really pretty colors to mix together, orange and pink, with a kind of bronzy shimmer in there. I wasn't sure this was going to cover any better on the second coat, but as you can see, it is going up to that full coverage. I love it. This is going to look so good in the sun, and I think it's really nice for the holidays too. I was thinking maybe even adding a reflective glitter on top of this just to kind of see what kind of effect it gives it. Maybe a gold or maybe even a blue, just to kind of mix something different in there, you know. I really like this one, and I think it's just a really, really beautiful polish for the fall time. Next, we have Elysian Fields, and you guys, you either hate this polish or you love it, and I am a huge ugly pretty polish lover, so this one is right up my alley. Beautiful coverage on that first coat there. Now, I know people see this on my nails and be like, what are you wearing? But I see this and I think, please ask what I'm wearing so I can just gush about this. This is just so pretty. It does have, you know, a poopy green color to it, but that's what just makes it so unique. And this is something that you'll see from a mainstream often, you know, and covers beautifully in two coats, full coverage. It's super shiny as well. Wow, I'm really impressed with how shiny this is on the second coat. It's gorgeous. This polish, I want to see it talked about more. Love it. Next, we have Metamorphosis, which is a very unique polish. It's kind of like this sagey jade green with this beautiful copper to pink shimmer in this. And you guys, this for me is a one coater. I didn't add a second coat because I really do want to add a topper onto this. I've been wanting to do this combo ever since I got West 14's Flight of the Bumblebee. And this, I think this polish is just really perfect to highlight the gold in this polish. I just love this, you guys. I'm definitely going to have to wear this as a full manicure because I am just loving how this looks like a really pretty peacock. This glitter bomb is one of my favorites and I cannot wait to experiment even more with it. I'm really loving it over this and cannot wait to wear this guy as a full manicure. This from Orly is definitely a favorite now. Next, we have a glitter bomb called Bubbly Bombshell. And this actually kind of reminds me of, do you guys know a store called Aldo? And they used to have these shoes that looked like they were like just dusted in glitter. And I thought they were so tacky. But this one, there's nothing tacky about this polish. It is a glitter bomb that covers so, kind of, not so well, but a bit sparsely on that first coat there. But I am really loving how shiny and just magical this looks. It's giving me New Year's and holiday vibes. And I am going to go in for a second coat, which is a full coverage glitter bomb, which is kind of rare, I find, because I feel like you usually have to sponge these on, which I mentioned before. I've never sponged on a glitter before. It's always just applied with a brush on my end. But I do really like how shiny this is. It's so girly and so fun. And I think if I see more glitter bombs like this from Orly, I definitely am going to pick them up because I just love how well this covered in two coats. And I don't feel like I'm going to have to sponge this on either. So that was Bubbly Bombshell. The very last one we're going to be talking about is Inexhaustible Charm, and I saved this for the last because I did find this one wasn't as opaque as I wanted it to be, but I mean, that means I can use it for a super fun topper, right? Yep. And I might even try this one over Metamorphosis, just to get a kind of different gold look with it than the blue glitters and the gold that you saw. But this one is very, very pretty. I think it's so fun and festive for the holiday time and even for the summertime with the sun even just glistening on it. Like I said, I'm probably going to use this mostly as a topper because I don't really want to sponge it on as a full coverage manicure. But I think this could be used for some really, really fun experiments. And I just love how coppery the glitters are. This is gorgeous, and I think even though it's a bit of work, I think it's worth the work. So that was Inexhaustible Charm. All right, everyone, that was it for my first time trying Orly video. Let me know what you thought, and of course, let me know some of your favorite and most loved Orlys in the comments so I can check them out as well. Now, for my favorites, okay, so for the name, I'm going to have to say it's Britney Beach because I love it. And it's just such a cute and quirky name, and the color is absolutely phenomenal. It's an electric blue. It's totally up my alley, and just this is an all-year color to me, absolutely. Kaleidoscope Eyes and Synthetic Symphony are definitely two favorites. I don't have any orchidy pinks like this in my collection. I think it's very, very unique. It reminds me of one of my favorite pinks, Essie's Splash of Grenadine. And this one, Synthetic Symphony, has this unique neon glow that I just think is really perfect. And I really think they did something when they brought this out, because I see this mentioned so much and I can totally see why. It is very, very unique purple. And definitely Elysian Fields and Metamorphosis, because I have not seen any mainstream brands come out with polishes this unique. Elysian Fields, you hate it or you love it, and I love it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, which I totally understand, but it's mine. And I would definitely recommend it if you kind of want to step outside of the box when it comes to nail polish, because you know that's always fun. And of course, Metamorphosis, I think this looks absolutely stunning with gold toppers on it. The shift in here is very unique. This shimmer in here is something else. It's like a copper, it's a pink, it's very, very nice. So those are definitely my favorite picks from Orly, from the Orlys that I currently have. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to let me know some of your favorite Orlys, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care.